Yo, what's going on guys, HyperX here, welcome back to another Destiny video. It is Tuesday, it is reset day, which of course means I'm back to tell you guys what is new in the world of Destiny this week. And while on the general reset side of things, it is pretty standard. Don't forget that the hotfix drops today. This is of course the sandbox hotfix, the one that is going to address the crucible balance, change some of the weapons, the way they feel, the way they kind of work, so as to hopefully mix things up and try and pull people a little bit away from the current existing shotgun meta. Either way, that goes live later on today. That should be live this evening, usual kind of Iron Banner time, so 6 PM if you're in the UK, 10 AM if you are on the Pacific side, and then whatever your time is in the rest of the world. So once it does go live, they will of course drop full patch notes, and I will do a video on those. So if you guys want to know how everything has changed with all the kind of granular values, I will do a complete breakdown later on today. So check back then if you want the complete breakdown. But for the time being, if you do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions, but let's get started. So your Nightfall this week is the Shield Brothers Strike, and your modifiers are small arms, where primary weapon damage is favoured, fresh troops, where some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements, match game, where enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage, and airborne, where players deal more damage whilst in the air. This is of course also a source for a guaranteed skeleton key this time round, of course your first completion. Moving on from there to the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, your modifiers this time round are Solar Burn, Specialist and Exposure, but of course completing this will give you a Treasure of the Dawning if you guys are still chasing any items, and there are also 30 legendary marks if you do 3 of them in total. Moving on from there, if you want a Radiant Treasure instead, then hit up the Crucible playlist this week, that is Combined Arms, one of my favourite game modes. I absolutely love this mode, just because you get to mess around with vehicles, and it also invariably uses some of the lesser used maps, things like First Light, Bastion, and the other new one that I can't remember the name of. Either way, Combined Arms, good fun, chance to get Radiant Treasure, and another 10 legendary marks. Moving on from there to the Prison of Elders, of course the level 41 version will give you a Sterling Treasure, so if you are still chasing any of those items, then of course hit that up. But on the Challenge of the Elders front, you have Chaff and Trickle as your modifiers. Chaff being player radar is disabled, and Trickle being recharge abilities is significantly reduced. Plus you have a precision kill bonus, so aim for the head, aim for the stomach depending on your opponent, and of course you'll get bonus points. And then finally, for any of you guys that are still seeking out 400 light gear, then this week your raid challenge is Axis. So again, if you guys are new to Destiny, perhaps haven't done it, you can find guides on the channel, but I'm pretty sure by now most of you guys know what you're doing. So if we now turn our attention to some of the vendors, starting in Felwinter Peak, speaking to Tira Khan, she has 3 artifacts this week, the first of which is Memory of Yolda. This is the one that removes your sprint cooldown penalty. You also have Memory of Silumar, where in the Crucible, resistance to damage over time effects are greatly increased. And also you have Memory of Scory, which is the one where when your super is full, nearby allies' supers recharge faster. So if you're missing any of them, grab them, pick them up to go towards your book completion. Then speaking to your good old buddy Shiro 4, again if you're going to be going into the Plaguelands in any capacity, then pick up his bounties. Of course handing them in is also a chance to get Thorn if you still haven't got it. And then down below, if you want any of his class items on sale this week, you can grab them from there. Jumping over from there to the tower and speaking to Lord Shaxx, this is of course your Crucible bounty, so again completing this and handing it in is a chance at Nightfall tier rewards. This is of course unlocked by completing the Crucible quest chain. And then speaking to Commander Zavala, of course your strike scoring bounties are down here, usual kind of thing, but of course handing them in is a chance to get Icebreaker to drop, so if you're still missing that one, then you might want to grab it, especially with the hotfix dropping and the new Crucible changes. Bear in mind that special ammo is going to be treated in a similar fashion to heavy, in that if you die you will drop all special ammo, so weapons like Icebreaker, sidearms, and potentially Invective will of course be useful, because while they will still drop their special ammo, they will regenerate it outside of crates, so could be an interesting thing to go to, so maybe consider that if you haven't necessarily got it. Finally, after that, taking a stop in the Reef, speaking to Petra Venge. Of course, these are your usual weekly bounties. The first 3 are weekly, the latter 3 are daily, so complete those if you so wish. And if you're going into the Prison of Elders in any capacity, then HyperX has some stuff for you too. So that's pretty much it. As a reminder, hotfix will be dropping this evening around the usual kind of time, so once it is live, I will have a video for you guys, so do check back then. But for the time being, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.